I'm Brian. This is my speech and this is my audience. Hi, my name is Brian and I'm coming to you live from Charlotte, North Carolina. All people on this earth share one specific feature. No matter our race or creed, our intelligence or shortcomings, our luxuries or poverties, at some point we all face some form of adversity, big or small. Still, there lies one more difference, which is how we deal with these adversities and where they may lead us. I strongly believe in the importance of understanding the struggles of others. This instills in each of us a tiny piece of wisdom to carry with each of us to our own personal adversities. The greatest among us have struggled, but it's their struggles that makes them great. Today I will be informing you of an immensely popular Russian author who seemed to be in a perpetual war with his life, but even through this he found his way. Being a fan of his novels, which are blackened with despair but brightened with defeat, I feel honored and obligated to illuminate his numerous hardships, followed by the achievements produced through his perseverance. This is Fyodor Dostoyevsky. First, I will detail the early life of our author, highlighting the many adversities. Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoyevsky was born on November 11, 1821, in Moscow, Russia. His family consisted of 6 siblings, a cruel father, and an indulgent mother. She died of tuberculosis in 1837. But a myth surrounds the death of his father. In 2010, Anthony Briggs confirms the 1839 incident. Serfs rose against him in a gang and murdered him. Many mark this tragedy as the onset of Dostoyevsky's epilepsy. This claim can be proven by an article written by Dr. Howard Markle. He cited E.H. Carr and his biography on Dostoyevsky. It states a metaphorical medical treasure chest was found documenting Dostoyevsky's epilepsy and the seizures as a young man, especially during his student years, 1838 to 1843. After graduating from the Academy of Military Engineering in 1843, Dostoyevsky tried work as a lieutenant but quit to pursue writing. In 1846, Dostoyevsky published 2 novellas, Poor Folk and The Double. The former was praised while the latter was rejected, which destroyed his confidence. He then joined a secret revolutionary group, but they were arrested in 1849 for their socialist beliefs. In December of 1849, the prisoners, including Dostoyevsky, were led to the town square without warning. They were to be executed by firing squad. Just moments before the guns were fired, a letter was presented. The Tsar had commuted all of their executions. Supposedly, this mock execution was a part of their punishment. Indeed, it did the trick. As Gary Morrison states, one of the prisoners went permanently insane on the spot, while the other went on to write Crime and Punishment. Death was replaced with 4 years of labor in Siberia, and then 5 years as a soldier. With this new lease on life, he altered his way of thinking and underwent a spiritual transformation. He believed it was necessary for men to suffer in order to find redemption. In 1857, our fighting author married a widow, Maria Izievia. She was afflicted with tuberculosis, he with his constant seizures. This only led to an unhappy marriage. She died in 1866. Next, I will describe the achievements Fyodor Dostoyevsky fulfilled in just a handful of years. Amidst addiction to gambling, deaths, and seizures, Dostoyevsky plunged into literary activity. Finally completed, Notes from the Underground was published in 1864. Considered a masterpiece, a fictional narrator accounts actual events from Dostoyevsky's time in Siberian prison. After traveling abroad between 1862 and 1863, he found love again with Anna. On February 15, 1867, they were married. In 1866, after publishing numerous short stories, The Gambler and Crime and Punishment were also published. Another great success, and also considered a masterpiece, Crime and Punishment, unfortunately produced a 7,000 ruble profit. This was not enough to clear their debts. The newlyweds, to escape the creditors, fled to Europe. During their time in Europe, The Idiot, which is another novel, was published. It was written mostly on a train, and it was an incredible triumph. The novel concerned a young man, Christ-like in manner, but suffering from epilepsy. The novel follows the naive title character as his innocence is destroyed and he leads a life of sin. In 1871, the most brilliant political novel ever was published, Demons, or sometimes translated as The Possessed or simply Devils. It was based on actual events and provoked much controversy. After 1 year as an editor of a weekly journey, 2 court appearances, and 1 more short stint in prison, his lesser-known novel, The Adolescent, was published in 1875. In 1879, Dostoyevsky was diagnosed with emphysema. On a happier note, that year, he was appointed an honorary member of various renowned committees and also became a president of another society. But unfortunately, his seizures became more and more frequent. After 2 years of writing and the untimely death of a son, Dostoyevsky completed his greatest novel, full of layers, penetrated by contemplative religious anecdotes, and daring and innovative psychological conceptions, even a gripping murder mystery. The Brothers Karamazov was published in 1880. The epic novel is considered one of the greatest ever written, even by Sigmund Freud, who greatly praised Dostoyevsky's style of writing. Citing his father's murder, the novel tells the story of 4 brothers and their guilt after the suspicious death of their father. On January 28, 1881, Dostoyevsky suffered a pulmonary hemorrhage. He then suffered another. After 1 more hemorrhage, our resilient author died on January 28, 1881. Many fellow Russians mourned his passing. He only just reached the height of his career. Living a dark and depressing life, a certain personality is born, which breeds an artistry marked with wisdom and brilliance. This was Fyodor Dostoyevsky, a man continuously at odds with fate, but in the end he persevered and created some of the best literature in the world. The only way any of this would have been possible was through the mock execution or those debilitating epileptic seizures. Remember, through adversity comes strength, which begets significance and success. And understanding the struggles of others creates a necessary empathy that helps conquer our own personal adversities. I would like to end with a quote by Fyodor Dostoyevsky from The Brothers Karamazov. "The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for." Once again, my name is Brian from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you and have a great evening.